Hi everybody, how you doing today? I just saw on the news that the surviving terrorist bomber from the Boston Marathon was about halfway through his interrogation, and where the FBI found out that they had a whole car full of pipe bombs and things, and they were actually trying to gas up to head off to New York and Times Square to blow up a few more people. And some judge came by and claimed that the interrogation had to stop because they had not been read the Miranda rights. Ain't that wonderful? And then they bring on the mother of this fine, upstanding youth from Russia there, and she's claiming that their little boys couldn't have done that, and heaven forbid that she sent her kids to the United States to be killed. God help us, huh? Now, the mamas of any mass terrorist and psychopath, I don't think they believe that their little kid could do that, huh? But anyway, I was talking yesterday about my getting a couple of Pulitzer Prize winning and runner-up books of poetry, and here's the second one that I got. It's by Forrest Gander, Core Samples from the World. Core Samples from the World, and it has beautiful photography helping to tell the story, so it's really good. I was going to go in order, but this is so relative to the stuff going on, I skipped a little bit. This section is called Bosnia-Herzegovina. Life is waiting. The Bosnian pyramids. The magpie nearly invisible in the cherry tree eyes us as we... The magpie nearly invisible in the cherry tree eyes us as we ascend the mountain's snaky dirt path toward the recently discovered Ice Age pyramid. The first pyramid ever found in Europe. That's the claim. The mountain is certainly shaped like a pyramid, and we're told that sonar probes or infrared satellite images show clear structural evidence beneath the hard-packed earth. There's not much activity on the mountain this afternoon. No tourists, no archaeologists, and there is no way of telling which is the goat path and which is the path leading to the dig. Roma, in the houses below, are washing clothes on a terrace. Bird songs intercept each other. Two small boys, no older than 6 or 7, appear and offer to lead us to the excavation site. Across hillside and forest, and on no path whatsoever. When we get there, to a shallow, muddy scrape, the boys disappear just as suddenly. It was a steep climb, and we're sweating, out of breath, and disappointed. The smokers among us light up. From the base of the first excavation, which exposes massive conglomerate slabs that look a lot to me, no expert on Bosnian pyramids, like natural metamorphic formations. We can gaze back into Visosica, the city in the valley, clay tile and limestone slab roofs, 6 slender mosque towers, and a tight cluster of central buildings. Beyond, small houses embedded around the woolly neck of the next mountain, and a scattering of structures against the green landscape below them. Postmodernism, sighs Mladen, blowing the first breath of smoke out into the sultry afternoon air. 5 writers from 3 countries sit together with their backs to the pyramid. And I'm just going to read the first one of these. Mario Hebert. A poet, he teaches library science in Sarajevo. From a mixed ethnic background, he was conscripted into the Bosnian military at the age of 17. Less than a year ago, he married a Muslim woman. Mario's demeanor is reflective, bordering on broody. The younger scholars describe him, half teasingly, half jealously, as someone who never stops studying. He identifies himself as a Bosnian, and is quick to correct anyone who uses the general word Serb to reference the Serbian fascists. The Chetniks. Does that sound familiar? He reminds me that some Serbs choose to remain in Sarajevo He reminds me that some Serbs chose to remain in Sarajevo through the long years of shelling, the longest siege in modern history, and many died there. Even so, on the night we traveled to Mostar, where the restaurant's Sinsirol TV plays the European version of the American Idol, he goes quiet when Serbia takes the lead and wins. Hearing people celebrating in the street, he murmurs something bitter about the partying and the Serbs who killed 7,000 Bosnians at Srebrenica in a single day. The next evening, Mario's wife says to me, it's curious that in his poems, he doesn't really address the war. Toward the end of my time in Sarajevo, Mario and I are sitting at a table in the Writers' Center where a dedicated gnat is harassing us, buzzing around our eyes, angling off, veering back. Did you know Bosnia is the only country without a McDonald's, he asks, smiling. The gnat stalls on his sleeve, vulnerable at last to a swat. But Mario gently pushes the gnat off his sleeve with the tip of his finger, as if to acknowledge his kindness. The gnat decamps, leaving us in peace. Pretty neat, huh? Food for thought. Have a great day. Enjoy life. Think positive. Look for the good in people. Today's the first day of the rest of your lives. Be good.